In my lecture courses, I like to introduce several examples of demos or hands-on activities during a lecture to kind of break it up and also get them thinking critically, so they're not just sitting back passively in their chairs. So that seems to help with keeping them tuned in to the lecture and everything. But I think the most motivating factors and the most innovative stuff that we're doing here is to convert our undergraduate canned labs, I would say, our lab courses, into actual research laboratories. So we motivate them by presenting a research problem that we do not know the answer to. So we don't know and they don't know, and we learn together, we discover together, and I present material as they need it to kind of understand the research project, but it's theirs, and they can help make decisions along the way on how to do this. They get experience presenting the material, pulling together as a class and presenting the material to an audience, and then also at a conference. And so they're inspired through this kind of a technique. So I worked and talked a lot with Gabriella Weaver of chemistry through her CASP program, and really this is based on the CASP program, but we've adapted it for our own purposes in atmospheric science. So that's worked really well with undergraduates. Now with graduate students, they're already doing research, so you wonder, well, how can I motivate them? And so what I've tried to do there in the graduate courses is use a technique called just-in-time learning. And there we start out with a paper, and I assign them a paper, and they read it through, and they come back with a variety of questions, things they don't understand, topics they don't know, or terms they don't know. And I use that to then, the next lecture, to create the next lecture and give it to them in that way to fill in some of those holes in their knowledge. And they really want to know the answer, because these are the questions they asked. In addition, I don't answer all of the questions. Some of them I reassign back to members of the class so that they can figure out how to learn on their own, because I think that's one of the most valuable things we can teach our students here at Purdue is, well, okay, I don't know the answer to this, so how do I find out the answer to this? How do I teach myself this? So they go and they do a little research on some of these questions that they didn't know the answer to. We come back as a group the next class and we discuss these questions and the answers, and then finally we have the paper discussion, so we're all kind of educated, brought up to speed on these topics, and then we can really discuss the research and the findings in that paper. And then we start all over. And so I try to rotate through 5 to 6 papers in a grad course to cover a variety of topics that they need to know and understand. And this is their motivation then, because they're getting to ask the things that they care about and that they want to learn about.